Welcome to this explainer. Today we're jumping right into the fascinating science of cellular energy, and we're going to look at exactly why modern wellness clinics are completely bypassing the stomach to combat chronic fatigue. We'll be digging into some really interesting data from Prime IV Hydration and Wellness to understand how our bodies actually process the nutrients we're giving them.
So let's dive right in by asking a question I think we've literally all asked ourselves after a long weekend of supposed rest. Why are we still so tired? Right? You sleep in, you take it easy, but by 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Monday, you are just completely drained all over again. Well, it turns out chronic fatigue is rarely just about a lack of sleep.
Here is our roadmap for today. We'll kick things off with decoding daily fatigue, move into the digestive bottleneck, and then explore the intravenous shortcut. After that, we'll dive into energizing your cells, walk through what to actually expect during the IV experience, and finally wrap up with costs, risks, and takeaways. Let's get to it.
All right, Section 1, Decoding Daily Fatigue. This is all about moving beyond just a lack of sleep.
Our modern lifestyles are incredibly demanding. Whether you're sitting in endless traffic on the dullest toll road or grinding through long hours in tech hubs like Reston, these daily stressors lead to deep systemic dehydration and cellular nutrient depletion. Rest alone just can't fix that. We are constantly pushing our physical and mental stamina to the absolute limit. And when we do that, we're essentially draining the vital raw materials our bodies desperately need to synthesize energy in the first place.
Moving right along to Section 2, the digestive bottleneck. This is the core absorption problem.
Okay, here's the real kicker. When you take a standard oral multivitamin, the harsh acids in your stomach, combined with the heavy filtering done by your liver, can drop your actual cellular absorption rate to as low as 20%. Seriously, just 20%. You might be swallowing a premium, super expensive vitamin capsule, but your body is spending a ton of energy just trying to break down the protective pill casing. So it turns out, a lot of the time, we're just making really expensive urine.
In the medical world, they call this issue bioavailability. Basically, it means your cells are essentially starving for micronutrients, while your digestive tract is just struggling to process them. This perfectly explains why downing 3 cups of coffee or a handful of daily vitamins might not even make a dent in that deep, lingering exhaustion. The nutrients are getting degraded before they even cross the finish line. And this comparison brilliantly illustrates the stark contrast between simply drinking water, which is biologically limited to about 1 liter per hour, and getting an IV drip that bypasses the gastrointestinal system entirely. If you chug water faster than your body can process it, your kidneys just filter out the excess. In fact, it can take up to 2 whole hours for your body to fully utilize a glass of water, whereas an IV drip delivers it instantly.
Which brings us nicely to Section 3, the intravenous shortcut, achieving 100% absorption.
By delivering sterile saline and vitamins directly into a vein, this treatment boasts a 100% bioavailability rate. It provides an immediate influx of fluids without any digestive delay whatsoever. Every single drop of hydration and every amino acid is instantly accessible to your cells. That restricted bottleneck of the digestive tract, it is completely removed from the equation. And because this absorption is immediate, clinics can actually highly customize these treatments based on the season, which is pretty cool. In the spring, when brutal pollen levels leave people feeling completely run down, the focus shifts heavily to immune boosts. During the sweltering summer months, it's all about heavy electrolytes to fight off heat exhaustion. And then in the winter, the focus shifts again to specific wellness blends to combat dryness and seasonal illnesses.
Let's zoom in even closer for Section 4, Energizing Your Cells. We're looking at the power of NAD+.
Now, every single cell in your body relies on tiny powerhouses called mitochondria to make energy, but to do that, they absolutely need a crucial coenzyme called NAD+. And the science on this is wild. Our natural NAD+ levels can plummet by 50% by the time we hit middle age. Half of it just gone. When this availability drops, cellular communication starts to falter and our energy production basically stalls out.
So, to combat this, therapies will often introduce a specific compound called niagen. You can think of niagen as the core raw material your body uses to manufacture brand new NAD+. Once those NAD+ levels are restored, it reactivates sirtuin proteins. Sirtuins are basically the master mechanics of your cells. They're often called the guardians of the genome, and they initiate continuous DNA repair. But no matter what, they absolutely require NAD+ to actually do their jobs.
What's really fascinating here is the brain's role. Even though the brain is only about 2% of your body weight, it consumes a massive 20% of your body's total energy. Because it's such an incredible energy hog, restoring these cellular fuel levels is purported to clear away that sluggish thinking and pervasive brain fog we all hate.
When your neural pathways are fully energized, communication across synapses becomes significantly faster, allowing you to process new information quickly and maintain sustained attention. All right, Section 5, the IV experience. Let's walk through the step-by-step process.
If you're wondering what actually happens when you walk in the door, the process is designed to be super relaxing and straightforward. It starts with a consultation and ends with you walking out, ready to resume normal activities in under an hour. During the customization phase, you pick a drip based entirely on what your body needs that day, whether that's a quick energy kick, basic hydration, immune support, or a heavy post-workout recovery.
Now, counterintuitively, you actually need to hydrate before your hydration therapy. Drinking a good amount of plain water beforehand naturally plumps your blood vessels, which allows the medical staff to place the IV quickly and painlessly. If you walk in dehydrated, your body is already in a mild state of conservation, meaning your veins actually constrict, making the whole process significantly harder. Finally, Section 6, costs, risks, and takeaways. Let's look at the practical realities. Based on data from the local Reston area, treatments generally range from about $100 for your basic hydration up to around $300 for those highly specialized recovery drips. Obviously, the prices vary depending on the specific ingredients you choose for your custom drip, like adding in those specialized coenzymes for cellular aging or heavy vitamin complexes.
Now, while this is generally very safe when performed by licensed medical professionals, it is still a medical procedure. Patients need to be perfectly aware that there can be mild discomfort at the injection site, there are rare infection risks, and you absolutely must consult a doctor regarding any pre-existing conditions. Safety and proper clinical environments are absolutely paramount here.
But for a lot of active adults out there experiencing burnout, the immediate relief of this 100% absorption method has made it a really popular, albeit premium, monthly maintenance routine. For many professionals and athletes, it's become a high-tech alternative to pouring yet another cup of coffee.
So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a provocative thought to consider the next time you hit that dreaded mid-afternoon crash. When you reach for that next energy drink, a cup of coffee, think about that digestive bottleneck we talked about. Are your cells actually getting the fuel they need to thrive, or are you just feeding your stomach? Thanks so much for exploring the science of cellular energy with me today. Keep learning, keep questioning, and take care of yourselves out there.